I saw this story, right? And I thought it was time we had a conversation. And before I start this conversation, let me say that I had been noticing on the news a lot of young people that are going into the afterlife earlier, and a lot of these young people were athletes that either passed out on the field or were heavy lifters or were in some athletic capacity at the time they passed. So I'm not going to sit here and say that athletes don't also abuse the body in legitimate ways. There's the illegitimate way using steroids. But the legitimate way is overworking and hurting yourself in the gym. And there could be a myriad of underlining reasons that a lot of young people are certainly, not certainly, I mean suddenly, my bad, are passing out on fields or in gyms, or they're just passing out from exhaustion and they're high level athletes and never waking up. Here's the thing, okay? Photos about to pop up. Photos. We all watched this disintegration for years. And you can be entertained by it all you like, or you can say this dude just keeps screwing his own life up, right? I've even said it. Some people can do things that make them their own worst enemy. But I will tell you this about most people, me excluded outside of my 20s. He hit the height of his fame as a child. So when people are happy about your talent and they're using you, because let's be honest, although Ray J has probably spoken for himself, you can't go in that industry as a minor and not have been used in some capacity, but we won't go into that. When people are gassing you up when you're that young, you can most of the time live in excess. You don't think when you're in your teens to 20s that stuff is going to catch up to you once those decades dissipate. Because when you're young, the world is your oyster, and you don't conceptualize that you're going to get older for you, because you're living in that youth is so far away. Because Ray J's about 2-3 years older than I am. Not a lot shocks me, but two things shocked me. The fact that he said that his heart is now at 25% capacity. Now, he's good for entertainment, so some people don't take Ray J seriously. I don't think he's lying about this. 2027 could be a wrap for him. I said could be. I'm not going to wish that on him. Second thing he did or said that let me know that there's still a little bit of humility in him is that it was his fault. He substance abuse, he even abused his body physically with sexual acts. Those things are abuse of the body, okay? He said Adderall, all the substances, all the alcohol. And all around, Ray J abused his body so much in those past decades that it caught up to him before he hit 50. When I saw this, it saddened me, though I'm not a fan, and though I think he had done some crazy stuff. Like there's some comments he may have made about some interactions about Diddy, like, nobody knew that, so why are you suddenly confessing? And then when this happens, it says, okay, he was probably trying to get his conscience clean before he left this earth, because he assumes he's leaving. And that's what the doctors, he said plural, I believe doctors told him. Some things you don't need to clear your conscience with the public. You can leave it private, but I'm going to leave that alone. Ray J's issues present a larger conversation that we all need to have, that I've even done it. It is abuse of the body when you're young and how it's going to catch up to you when you're older. Whatever excess you have, it's going to come and it's going to hurt you one day, whether you want to believe it or not. I remembered this because in my 30s, I was like 33 or 34. And there was a woman in New Zealand, I think a single mother, my same age at the time, that would drink several of the 3-liter Coca-Cola Classics every single day. She got addicted to it. Wouldn't drink water, anything. This is a true story. And she went to the afterlife while we were both in our 30s. A single mother of like, what, 3, 4 children? Because I can't remember her name and I didn't look this up because it's a free talk. Y'all can go look it up. Her teeth started to rot out even as her body deteriorated. And she was warned to give it up. She would not. By the time this woman was dying, okay, her insides had practically turned into Coca-Cola. And her body went into full shock when she finally started consuming water because it didn't recognize it anymore. Because she had spent many years from her 20s down abusing her insides with Coca-Cola Classic. And again, if you're listening to this video, Coca-Cola, this is not a knock to you as a company. This is a conversation about how people allow excess to take them out. And you have to be careful. And to me, that story has always stuck with me. I had a soda the other day and couldn't even finish it because I had made a commitment to stop drinking them. And now I'm not even finishing sodas. And so I know I just need to cut them out because there's a time when I could finish them. I don't even finish them anymore. I'm not saying don't have treats. This is a free talk again. I've said that several times. I'm telling you that when you abuse your body in any form or fashion when you're young, and you think you're unencumbered and that nothing could bother you and that you're safe because you have time to make up for it when you're older, how do you know you're going to reach old age? Keep in mind that Ray J made this confession and he ain't even 50 yet. He's just a few years away from that if he lives to see it. When you abuse your body sexually, you abuse it with excess, either internally or externally, with alcohol, with drugs, with overeating. There's going to come a time when there's a point of no return. Man is saying himself his heart is black. That means that this stuff has started to go south for a long time and his excess went to a level that there's a point of no return here. If he does live, what quality of life can you have breathing with a heart that some of it, any part of it, has black matter on it? That's the thing. You might still make it to close to middle age, and that's when it's going to catch up to you. I'm sure, like any other young person that's living right now that think, oh, this can't happen to me. I know how to control it and stop it. I know how to not have so many sodas. I know how to not shoot up so much. I know how to not have multiple sexual partners at once, because sexuality is abuse of the body with multiple partners as well. I'm not here to knock how you live your life. I'm just telling you what it is. He lived all of those excesses when he was young. Now let me emphasize, because past tense is his youth. He hasn't passed away as of this recording, which is 31 January 2026. Because with a heart beating at 25% capacity, I don't know what's going to happen between now and the time this video is posted. What I'm telling you is, if you are acting as a mentor for a young person right now, here's your cautionary tale. And I hate to tell Ray J, at this point, you are a cautionary tale of what happens when you're young and people tell you how special you are, so they give you access to lots of things, and that access turns into or you get accessibility to things and it turns into excess. And that access turns into a demon you can no longer control. No, I'm not a fan. Because I just think he's done some ridiculous things, but I don't wish this on anyone. Because the physical body is suffering right now. If you are a mentor to a young person, please, as much as you can or think they'll listen, instill this type of story into their life. Because this is an example of what the entertainment industry, Hollywood, recording industry don't tell you can happen to you later in life. And see, you got people like, say, Mick Jagger and all of the other rock stars who are way older than Ray J, abuse their body in similar ways, but somehow their heart's still beating, they're still kicking. It's not that they don't have health issues because they're older. It's just that the way in which they probably abused themselves, they got the help in time and managed to live into those golden years. But understand right now, if you're a teenager, we'll say preteen will start at 12 up until you get to 29, understand that you're not guaranteed those years. You're not even guaranteed to get outside of your youth with your excesses. As we speak, someone very young, could have abused their body so much, overworking out at a gym, experimenting with a drug that was put in something and you didn't know, and you're going to never wake up. Drinking yourself like a fish because you were sneaking in your parents' alcohol, and you go out and do something and your life is gone. Ray J was fortunate to make it to close to 50. Some of you who are abusing your body right now, you won't. And I don't say this as gloom and doom. I'm just telling you. This is a walking, living, breathing cautionary tale of what happens when you overdo anything. These things seem innocent at the time and you think you can control it, but your body starts to crave it and you really don't have the control that you think you have. Just let it sink in and think about it. I hope he makes as much as a recovery as possible. The whole flying to Haiti and hoping to go do some voodoo so that'll help with it. I'll leave it up to y'all how you feel about that. I have my opinion about it. It don't matter right now. All right. Stop abusing your body no matter what age you are. Live a fitness lifestyle. And I got to follow this with my treadmill downstairs and going to some parks. That's going to benefit you to prolong your mortality for as much as you can. All right, thank y'all for listening. I hope he makes a recovery. That's going to depend on his doctors and things and the good Lord himself. And that's apparently wanting to do voodoo. He probably doesn't believe that. All right, thank you all so much for listening, and see you later.